If you guys have gotten to know me throughout all of the modules I teach inside of SWC, if you've joined any of the training calls that I provide with my sister and myself, you guys know I'm going to tell you guys what you need to hear, right? I'm going to give you that tough love because by the end of this module, I need you guys coming back into the community with SWC and sharing how this closing with confidence module changed everything for you and your business. We're here to see results. Okay, so let's address the real issue at hand. The first thing that comes to many of your guys' minds, and it's normal, is you want to get on your live, you want to create content, and you just want to start blurting out all of the things that SWC has to offer. You want to share there's 24 ways to earn income inside of SWC. You can resell the course and earn 506 each time. You're going to have me as a mentor in your back pocket. You're going to have access to all of these mentorship calls. You're going to get the Income Stream Society. There's a confidence builder bot inside. You're going to get the tech support. You're going to get. But buyers are not even going to see the value in that, in any of that, if they do not clearly understand the transformation they are going to receive personally from getting started with you. And I have to emphasize the word transformation. This is what you're selling here, you guys. Yes, the product itself is amazing. It is valuable, but they do not understand that until they get inside. People get started with you once they can clearly see the transformation they are going to receive firsthand. Reality is, information alone is not going to create urgency. Information alone is not going to create a level of importance. Clarity is going to provide that. People need to be very clear on the transformation they're going to receive. I want you guys to be honest with yourself, and there's going to be a lot of moments of reflections here, okay? I want you guys to ask yourself, when I'm showing up on social media, can I confidently say that my message is providing clarity and it's allowing them to see the transformation, or is it giving room for more evaluation, for more time to think? The way you know your audience is clear is if they can quickly grasp the concept and they can quickly see, oh my God, if I get started with this, I know that it's going to change X, Y, and Z for me. They're going to feel like I can see myself doing this. Like this is very simple. They're not going to be overwhelmed by all of the things you just shared they're going to get once they hop in. The last thing you want is for your audience to stay stuck in that evaluation phase. They now want to compare SWC to another program, or they want to sit back and analyze and think if they're going to be able to handle all of this. Because evaluation is going to require so much time and energy from them, and that's not what you want. You want them to think, to see the value, and act on it and get started. The reality is that mental energy feels like effort, and too much effort is going to feel like a risk. And risk ultimately is going to be what triggers that hesitation. You showing up as a leader, you showing up very clear that this is the transformation that they are going to get by starting and purchasing SWC with you. That clarity is what's going to remove that friction. You positioning your offer in a clear way is just going to allow decisions to be made in a quicker time frame. The more you confuse them, the more you give too much and you make everything just seem very overwhelming, you're going to delay the sales process. Now, I want to quickly go through the main reasons why buyers hesitate and what prevents them from moving forward confidently when they want to purchase something. Like I said, providing clarity with the transformation they can receive is crucial here. If they cannot clearly see and understand who they can become, what their life can look like if they get started with you, they're just going to remain in that curiosity phase. They're going to stay watching. The quicker you get them to see the transformation, the quicker they're going to buy from you. If they cannot visualize the changes they're going to start seeing in their daily life, that's going to cause hesitation. And allowing them to see that transformation is crucial, you guys. I also want you guys to paint a clear picture. I don't want you to sell a dream and tell them they're making $10,000 in a day and then they come in and it doesn't work out that way. You want the transformation and the vision and the painting that you're creating for them to actually feel tangible. Another reason why your buyers may be hesitating when it comes to purchasing from you is that because they don't feel emotionally safe. They don't feel clear. They're still having those feelings of, I don't know, second guessing themselves. In order to make your audience feel safe, they need to confidently be able to say, wow, this actually feels doable. I can actually see myself doing something like this. The outcome has to be realistic to them. You have to show them that the process is simple. You cannot overwhelm them and overcomplicate it. And all of this is important so that initial investment, it feels justified. If your offered feels super complex, overwhelming, that safety net is gone. They're not going to want to get started because they don't feel safe and secure that this is actually going to work out for them. And lastly, the last thing you ever want your buyers to feel is uncertainty and a level of pressure. You never want to push anyone to do anything. And I've said this earlier in the module, but I have to elaborate on this. Chances are, if you're operating in this space as the seller, it's because you're attached to the sale. And when you're attached to the sale, your energy just comes off totally different. You come off as a little bit like you're desperate instead of truly wanting to help people and transform their life. And believe it or not, buyers feel that pressure, that being attached to the sale from your end, that's going to create an unsafe place for them. You want people to purchase from you once they feel confident, they feel calm, they don't feel pressured, they don't feel like they're rushing into a decision. You want them to feel ready and excited for a change in their life. You want them to make this decision from a logical standpoint. Because believe it or not, there have been people out there that said, oh, I felt pressured like I needed to start. You never want anyone to purchase from you in those feelings. Reality is, you guys, people buy off of emotion. It's when they're feeling something by watching your content or tuning into your live. Emotions, they have to be activated. You have to have your people feeling something. Think about the feelings that rush through your body and in your mind when you decided to get started with SWC. Emotion has to be activated before logic can be used. Reality is that buyers don't use logic to decide, and you would think that they do, right? But we don't. Most of us buy when we're feeling something, and then we use logic to justify why it is that we acted on those feelings. So when you're doing your job as the seller, giving them that clear picture, showing them the transformation, and their emotions become activated properly, then the logic actually works out in our favor. Having someone in that emotional space, that's what's going to create the movement that you're looking for. That's what's going to prompt them to start asking the questions like, okay, girl, how do I get started? That's where they're going to show that they're really interested in taking that next step to move forward with you. And then the logic is just going to confirm that this was the right decision for them to make. The way that you know you are showing up with intention as a leader, being assertive, being confident, is when you know you are painting a clear transformation, because that transformation is what's going to activate those emotions. And if they are clear, feeling these emotions, that clarity is what's going to activate that safety feeling that's needed for them to want to purchase from you. And safety is ultimately what's going to allow the logic to become justifiable. And I want to remind you guys of something. Again, I'm not speaking to the person who is just starting out here. They're working on their consistency. If you're showing up and you're getting people to tune into your lives, you're getting people to sign up for your freebie, you're getting people commenting and asking questions and telling you they want more information, it's not a traffic problem that you have. You have people interested clearly. You just got to get clear on the transformation, and you have to be okay with stepping into that authoritative role and showing up boldly and confidently. When you start speaking with conviction, you guys, owning what you're sharing, believing wholeheartedly in it, and really exuding that confidence through the screen and making people feel like, wow, I need what he or she has. That's when you're going to filter out the people who are just curious and stuck in that phase, and actually start attracting the people who are committed and ready to go. And I promise you guys, once your sales cycle starts to shorten, once people get out of the curiosity phase a lot sooner, your confidence is going to skyrocket. This is how you stop convincing, this is how you start leading, and this is how you start to close with confidence.